What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, then welcome. My name is Shay, and thank you so much for being here today. So today's video is going to be a full face of Wet n Wild makeup. So Wet n Wild has really been stepping their game up lately. Like, I used to think of it as like Maybelline and L'Oreal up here at the drugstore, and then Wet n Wild like down here on the lower end of drugstore makeup. And it is really, really affordable. They have some of the best prices in the drugstore, but they've just added so much to their line, and they've really, like I said, stepped their game up. I mean, look at this little eyeshadow palette. So we have a full face here. The other good thing about Wet n Wild is there's always sales. You can get 50% off or like 2 for $5. So there's always some kind of sale going on top of the already low prices. So if you're interested in seeing me put these products to the test, you're in the right spot. Just keep on watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up before you leave, and go ahead and click subscribe. So now that all that is out of the way, we'll go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay, so I went ahead and pulled this on in a little bit. Now my face broke out right here. I haven't had a breakout in quite a while, and I'm kind of upset about it. It's okay though. We're going to cover that right up. So the first product I have is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer Dewy. So this is a new product. They have a dewy and a matte, I think it is, or it might be like a natural finish. I'm not sure. This was under $5. Oh, I didn't even say this. So I spent for this entire batch of products, from primer all the way to setting spray, I spent like $50. So alright, so this is like a flesh colored primer. It's kind of got like a little bit of a goldish tint to it. We're going to go ahead and smear it in. I don't know if it's supposed to be a pore filler or not. So it does feel really nice. It doesn't feel too heavy or too greasy. And it is giving me quite a dewy look to my skin. I do believe it's kind of helped my pores just a little bit here. And I really do like the finish that it's given my skin. That's really nice. Okay, so we're going to move right along to the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I am in the shade Soft Ivory. Now, I already know that I like this foundation. I have used it in the past. I haven't had it too long. But it's just a really beautiful, it is a beautiful foundation with a nice finish, and it just sits really well on the skin. And it just, I like it. I like it a lot. Don't sleep on the Wet n Wild foundation, y'all. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and take my Morphe M439 brush and blend it in. Alright, so we got the foundation all buffed in. My hair is always a mess, I swear. And again, it sits beautifully on the skin. It has a nice finish, and I do feel like that primer is giving me a little bit of a luminosity to the skin, and it's making the foundation look really, really pretty. Okay, next up we have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. And I'm not sure if this is a new product or not. My only complaint with the concealer, first off, I haven't even used it, but my first complaint is the shade range. I think there's like 4 or 5 shades, which is kind of sad. And this, I don't even think, I mean, this might work as a concealer, but if I wanted to highlight, it would not work as a highlighter, I don't think. So I'm just going to go ahead and try her out. Okay, the consistency is good. It's kind of thick. I'm just going to go ahead and try to conceal that little extra blemish. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take my sponge and blend it in. Alright, gotta blend it in, and it looks okay under the under eyes. It's not my favorite concealer. I would not say it's a full coverage. I'm still seeing some darkness peek through here, but I think it was like $3.99, so I mean, I can't complain about it too much. I don't see, it's not really creasing right off that I can see, and let's just move right along. I don't know how I feel. I don't love the concealer, but I don't hate it either. So the next product is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder. Now this is a good powder. I've had this for a little bit and I have used it some. I feel like when I first got it, there was kind of like a film over the powder that was not, like it wasn't picking up on my brush. So I kind of like scratched it off, and then the pickup was better, if that makes sense. So I'm going to just go ahead and grab a brush and set these under eyes and just all around on my face. Alright, makeup is set. I already know I like this, so we're going to move right along to the contouring palette. So this again, I believe is under like $5 or $7. They have two different ones. This is the Dulce de Leche, and then these are actually so creamy feeling, and they have really good pigmentation, but they just feel really good in the pan. So I'm just going to take a little crown brush. This is actually, it came in one of my Boxy Charms, and I'm going to dip right in here. Ooh. There's so much fallout. So this is really powdery when you're trying to pick it up. But let's just see how it goes on. Ooh, she is pigmented. I may have got a little much, but it's okay. We can blend her on out. So I'm just going to go ahead and contour my face. Okay, so I do like this. My only complaint is that it's super powdery and there's a lot of fallout, but it blends out really nicely and it looks really pretty on the skin. I know it looks kind of patchy on camera, but it doesn't look, it looks really, really nice in person. And also this would be a good powder to set the under eyes with. Again, it is a very powdery with tons of fallout, but you can work with it. And so this I like. Moving right along. What we got next? Let's do the brows. Yeah, or should we go ahead and finish the face? Let's go ahead and finish the face. I'm going to go in with the blush. And this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon in Mellow Wine. And it's really, really hard to open. Get this. There we go. So it looks like this. We have a nice kind of toned down color. It's not really bright. It's a nice color. I like it. I'm just going to take this little brush that I used to contour with and just kind of, ooh, may have got a little much there to start with. That's pretty. They are pigmented. Can't see myself. Ooh, I got to fix that. Came off a little heavy off of my brush. There we go. So I'm just taking a fluffy brush and just kind of blending everything in a little bit better so that it doesn't look harsh and just looks a little more cohesive. Alright, so I'm going to go grab the highlighter and I'll be right back because I left it in my bag. Alright, so the next product is the highlighting powder, Mega Glow highlighting powder. And this one is Precious Petals, I think. I don't know, I tore the name off, but y'all, this is one of the best highlighters at a drugstore and high-end, this is beautiful. Oh, it's so, so good. And it's $4.99. It just feels so creamy. So what I like to do is I take my wet sponge and I just go right in. And I kind of dab a little bit off, and then I just go right on the high points of my face. And it just makes the highlighter just melt into the skin and look so gorgeous. This is the prettiest highlighter. I mean, look at that glow. Oh my god. It is like unreal. I may have went a little bit overboard. I can just tone it down a little bit. But do you see what I mean? It is gorgeous. Yes, absolute yes. Alright, I'm going to move on to the brows. And for the brows, I have the retractable brow pencil. And I got the shade Ash Brown. So it's a dual-ended pencil. It has a spoolie on one end and then the product in a diamond tip on the other. So I'm just going to go ahead and brush out my brows. And I'm going to go ahead and fill them in. Alright, I mean that was really quick, I feel like. No, they're not filled in like how sometimes I go a little bit heavier, but I was just trying to be a little bit quick tonight. But this I really like. So the product is really creamy. It goes on really effortlessly on the brows and it looks really good. The color isn't too like gray or ashy looking. It kind of reminds me of that It Brow Powder pencil I just got in my BoxyCharm. And this worked out really, really well for me. Alright, next product we're going to get into is the eyeshadow palette. So this is new. They have 4 new palettes with 10 pans in them. And they're $4.99. And this one here was giving me modern Renaissance vibes. Look at the colors. And I don't have it to compare, but I just know what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and just swatch a few of these with some finger swatches. Yeah, those are pretty good and pigmented. I'm pretty excited about this. So let's go ahead just really quickly on the back of the hand. And I'm going to jump right into this. I'm going to start out with a fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into this transition shade right here on the end. Now there are no names on here, but that's okay. Not like super, super intense, which I like. I like to build it up. I don't like it to go in and be super harsh. So and I'm just going to do like a super quick eye look. So this might be a little messy, but we'll get the idea. So the next color I'm going to go in with is this orangey color right here. And I'm just taking a little bit of more of a smaller fluffy brush. And I'm going to keep that a little bit lower in the crease. Alright, I'm going to take my other brush and just blend them two together. Alright, so the next color I'm going to go into is this more kind of like burgundy berry color. And I'm just going to take a little fluffy brush. And I'm going to go right in the crease and outer corner, right on the outer part of my eye. Okay, so look, these mattes are doing really, really well. They're blending out really nicely and performing really good. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a flat brush, and I'm going to use a little bit of the setting spray and spritz it. And I'm going to go right into this gold shade right here. And we're going to press that right onto the lid. Okay, so that gold metallic shade went on really, really nicely, and it is really, really pretty. Yeah, I'm digging that. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of make sure the edges out here are blended. Eyeliner, I have two eyeliners. I have a liquid liner, and then I have a pencil. Now I know this liquid liner is good. I have used it. I've had this one for a little while. Hey buddy! And this is what it looks like. It's a really good liquid liner. Yeah. Alright, so this one is a good liquid liner. And then the pencil I haven't tried, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and use it to just go along my upper lash line and just kind of just lightly line the top with. Yeah, maybe it needs warming up. It's not really coming off that great. Yeah, I'm giving up on that. I mean, let's try in the waterline. Yeah, that's not really working out too good for me. It's not, the product isn't coming off really easy. I'm like having to drag it across my eye, and that's not what I want to do to put on eyeliner. So I would probably stick to the liquid liner. It works out much better for me. So we'll go ahead and move right along. We'll just skip liner. I don't want to put on liquid liner right now. So we're going to skip right on over to the mascara. And they have a couple different mascaras. And this one I got is the just Wet n Wild. Oh, Mega Length. So this is what the wand looks like. It is a really skinny wand. So let's go ahead and apply a coat and see how we like it. Ooh. I think I got it on my face, under my eye. Oh my gosh, I hate when that happens. Okay, so overall I put on one coat, and I don't know if you can see, but I do like it. It separated my lashes and it keeps getting under my eye. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're just going to ignore that. But with one coat, it did give me a little bit of length, and it did separate them. I don't think it's my most favorite mascara because I have others that do more in one coat. I'm going to try to put on a little bit of a second coat. Yeah. It's not my favorite. Now it's getting just a little like clumpy and kind of like making my lashes stick together. I did like it for the lower lashes though, because it kind of, the wand is so small, it was really easy to get in there on my lower lashes. But for the top lashes, no. And it's smearing everywhere all over my face, so no. This is this particular mascara is a no for me. Next, let's go ahead and finish the look off with some lips. And I have this retractable gel lip liner, and it's the name is Bear to Comment. So, ooh, it's really, really creamy, and that's a really pretty color. So let's go ahead and line. Alright, so far I really like this liner. It is very creamy, and it went on really easily. And for the liquid rewind. For the lipstick, I have the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit in the shade Nudist Peach. And this is a matte liquid lipstick. and it's got a little hugged doe foot applicator. Go ahead and slap this on. Okay, first impression, it feels good on the lips. It went on really good. There was a lot of pigmentation there. And it's already drying down, I can tell. So the last thing I have here is the Photo Focus Natural Finish Setting Spray. They do have a dewy one, I think. There was two different ones of these, but I got the natural one. So let's just go ahead. Ooh. Do y'all see that mist? That is a fine mister there, Wet n Wild. Good job. Alright, so let that dry in. And you guys, just look. I don't know if you can see what's happening under my eyes. I just sprayed the setting spray and now I have mascara all up under my eyes. Let's go ahead and zoom out and give our final thought. Okay, so final thoughts. Now that my makeup is ruined from this setting spray. I don't really think it was a setting spray problem. I think it was a mascara problem. I don't think that, I just think it was still really wet, and when I sprayed that, it transferred. I don't normally have that problem when I spray my face with setting spray with any of my other mascaras. So, yeah. But otherwise, my skin looks pretty dewy and luminous. It has like this wet look to it kind of, and I'm really digging that. So I think the setting spray with the primer and the foundation is a good combo. Just don't buy this mascara. So what was a love? Love was the highlighter and what else? Highlighter and foundation and the primer. I like, and the eyeshadow palette, these are really good for $4.99. And then I also do like the contour palette. Nose, or absolutely the eyeliner pencil, which was hard and would not come off, even come off on my eye. And this mascara is terrible. I'm just gonna like throw them away over there. The blush was okay. It has good pigment, and it blended out pretty good. Pretty good. And I actually do like this setting spray. It feels good, and I feel like it makes my skin look pretty nice. The lipstick is dried down now. It's a little bit sticky, but it's not uncomfortable, and it doesn't feel overly drying. And this is a really pretty shade, so I do like the lipstick as well. And that's it, you guys. That concludes this full face of Wet n Wild. Let me know what you think in the comments. And let me know what your favorite Wet n Wild product is. And if you haven't tried Wet n Wild, you need to jump on the Wet n Wild train, because it's a good ride. Thanks so much for joining me today. And until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!